foot tapping on the dash. We can take the back roads, no one else around. Hit my arm when I go too fast. It's a good morning. It's a good morning.
We're gonna do some outside cleaning and figure some things out, hopefully. I don't know if I'll be able to set you guys up because of course my tripod's at my mom's house and there's snow outside and I don't have a case on my phone. We're gonna go outside. We have outdoor cats that are used to the weather, but it's been an unusually warm winter. So typically we have snow from like October to April. And this year I think we've had about 4 or 5 snow days from October to now. It is February 5th and it's only stuck for like a day or two, and now we actually have some real snow that's sticking and icing and all that. But the cats have plenty of warm spots to lay, but they don't seem to want to lay there. So I'm gonna go through and kind of shake up the blankets a little bit, and I might run to the thrift store across the street and get some more blankets for them just to help keep them warm. But I also have some trash to pick up. Garbage is tomorrow, so we're trying to get stuff ready to be dumped in it once it's dumped because it's already full. So let's go do that. So we had a bunch of hay here for the cats to lay on, but the dogs decided to poop in it all, so we tried to rake it up and then it got frozen. This is one of the boxes that has blankets in it. Hi Kobu, that's Kobu. That's Chirpa. Sugar, Annie, Alaska, Cotton. That's only a few of them. Hi, buddy. This is my boy. This is my boy. He up being outside. Don't you, boy? And like I said, we have a bunch of trash that we have to get rid of, but we didn't have garbage for a while, so we're just working on it. And then under here, the gray one here is Gigi, and the yellow one is little O. He was supposed to be tiny, but he's big. So we're gonna just try and clean up. We got some cans to cash in. Kobu's all over Mama. So let's get that going. So I got the garbage can out on the street and all that garbage picked up right here. I got the shelves cleaned off and we're gonna go across the street and get some blankets. Okay. Come on, baby. Go, Oscar, go. I can't even see. I hope I'm in frame. But the reason I have her with me is, number one, it's like 2 blocks away. So it's not that far. Number 2 is she absolutely loves snow. She stays out as long as she wants. The minute she knocks, she can come right back in. We let her choose when she wants to come in. But the other 2 get very cold very quickly. As soon as you put a coat on them, they try to take it off. But then they'll sit outside and shiver. It's like, just wear the coat and go to the bathroom. Come back in. But anyways, we're on our way to the thrift store to see if they have any blankets for the kitties. Because some of those blankets are really wet from the snow, so what we'll do is we'll switch them out. We'll not film walking back because I had an armful. We got a comforter and 5 little blankets. I haven't decided where I'm putting the comforter yet. This little house is insulated and it has a blanket in it. I'm going to replace the blanket on here because it's wet. These beds have straw. And then they have a bunch of blankets up in here, and they have a little purple tub that's underneath the motorhome with a big thick blanket in it. They also love these strollers that we find on the side of the road. That's why they're crawling up in them. And we have another bed right here. I think I'm going to add a blanket to that one. So, yeah. Okay, so that blanket's changed and dried because this one is just frozen solid. So we're just going to throw this one away. No. one a little different. We had the shelf right here on here so the cats could lay on it and sunbathe in the summer, but it's just getting wet and rotting. And so I thought, instead of throwing it away, I will turn the big side of the couch where the wind comes in, and then put this here as mostly as a wind block. I mean, obviously there's still some, but it's okay. And I put this blanket back on because it wasn't that wet, and then I put a soft blanket on top so they can get up here and get out of most of the wind. Just telling you guys, if you don't know where I'm at, I am right here. There is tons of blanket in here, so I think what I'm gonna do is actually just take them out, shake them out, and relay them down. Anything that's wet is gonna come out and go in the trash, and just refluff it so it's nice and soft and warm. Okay, so these blankets are actually really dry. They're just kind of like bundled up because it's the metal. So what I did was I put a big fluffy one on the back and a fluffy one in the front to about here. That way when they walk in with their wet paws, they're not going to automatically get that big bed in the back soaked, and if they want, they can burrow up and under. This little shelf right here, if they go through, it's open. There's a whole entire other side that's like 2 or 3 of these, and they have bed in there. So we're gonna check that too. Okay, so this one is what I was telling you guys. If they go through here, they even have like a little shelf in there they can lay in. I might try to get a blanket in there. I'm not sure yet. This is all straw and a dog bed, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up this side a little bit and put a blanket on this side, and if they want the straw, they can have the straw. If they want the blanket, they can have the blanket. And I got my big dog out here with me helping me. Are you helping me? You think you're so helpful? Yeah. Oh, are you okay? Just be careful. So this is how it turned out. As you guys can see what I was talking about, the middle. I hope you guys can see. I know the lighting's not the best. But there's like that big shelf. And so they have the blankets on the other side I showed you, that shelf that comes up and over, a blanket here in the middle, and then straw and a blanket here. And then to make sure they can get in it, here's what we'll do. Put a water jug there. Watch out, Alaska. Good girl. We drop the lid. Water jug stops it from fully closing, so they can go up this side and get in, or even on the other side. Clear over here. If they want to, under the tree and all that, they can go this way. We have a cinder block here. They can go up and under in here. So everything's warm for them, and they're not going to get trapped in. So this is what I have for here so far. This one has straw if they don't want a blanket, and then this one has a blanket over it to keep the wind out because it's got holes because it's a kennel, and it's got a blanket on the inside. Got a bed of straw here, a heated, insulated bed here with a blanket in it. I showed you guys this setup. Now I have to play around with these strollers a little bit because they like to lay in them, but obviously they don't keep them very warm. So I might make it to where they're facing each other and then cover it with a tarp. I'm not sure yet. We're going to see how this goes. No product. I did a couple things where I moved. The tarp wasn't going to work over these. They're just 2 different sizes. It was weird. It was flapping too much for the cats to want to be in it. So the covers are down, and there's a blanket bedded tight in each of them. I put the comforter for now up here just so it's big and fluffy, and if we decide to use the gun cabinet, it'll go in there. I showed you guys these, I showed you guys those. Here's what I changed. I added, you can see little O in there. Hiya, O. Okay, so he's got just a blanket in there with a blanket over top and a tarp over top. This one, and I took the door off it so it doesn't smash shut on him, has straw, a blanket over top of it, and a tarp. So if they're really cold, they can go in there and be completely out of the wind, or up in there, or on the other side. And if they're not that cold and they just want somewhere soft to lay, they have some options. That's all I have for you guys. I know it was kind of like a random video, but that's my life. It's so random when I come up with these ideas. So they are warm. They're all doing great. They all have very thick winter coats. And unfortunately, you know, we live in a motorhome. We can't have them all inside. So the ones that are happy to be outside are outside. The ones that don't do well outside are inside. If you guys have any video suggestions, comment them down below, and I'll see you in the next video.